Okay, you guys can hear me, you can see me. Hello, good morning. It is the morning right now. I got up early for you guys specifically to film this. I'm also doing it for myself, which we will get into shortly. I just woke up, I set up my camera here, I am sitting down, and today's going to be a productive day. And you know what? It's even Saturday, and I could easily have just slept in, but you know what? No, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to make a video for you guys about how to stay motivated and happy during social distancing. I have not had coffee or tea today. All I've had is some water and some vitamins. Anyways, hello, if you are new, welcome. My name is Nadia, and today we're going to be talking about how can you stay motivated during this time. Now, I know it's really easy to get caught up in the mindset of everyone's just laying around watching Netflix. There's a lot of jokes on social media about it. Everyone's just going to gain 10 pounds. And for a lot of people, that might be true. They might not be using this time very wisely. But for you, I know it does not have to be that way. And I actually have a lot of friends who are using this time to work on things and work on goals that they otherwise would have never had time to focus on. And that's also what I'm doing myself. I'm using this time to work on things and get my life back on track in a way that I never would have been able to if I was just like stuck in my schedule. Before all of this, my schedule was back-to-back intense. My health was at the very lowest point. I was just eating junk food, whatever was extremely fast, high in calories that I could put into my system, so I didn't even need to think about it. I was definitely stress eating. I wasn't taking care of my body. I hadn't worked out and I hadn't ran in months. And I just really basically didn't have any time for me and to take care of myself. That is actually one of my goals during this time, to focus on my health. I've started eating healthy again, and I've started exercising every day, and I'm running and I'm doing like sort of floor ab workouts. That's one of my goals. It does not need to be your goal. That's just for me. But I'm going to talk to you guys about how I am able to stay motivated, to get myself up out of bed, to not feel in a slump, to also just not feel really depressed during this time. Because let's be honest, this is a very difficult time for everyone. Everyone's lives in the whole world are affected by this, and it's okay if you're not feeling super happy all the time. However, that doesn't mean that you need to take all of these months and just let them go by without doing anything. Because if you just spend it in your bed, nervous, crying, you're gonna feel worse about yourself if that's how you choose to respond in this difficult time. You're not gonna feel fulfilled. You're not gonna feel like you're accomplishing anything. And I know for me, when I accomplish a goal, it makes me feel better. When I help people, it makes me feel better. When I just communicate and talk to someone, whether, you know, it's my mom or dad or a friend, that makes me feel better. So we're gonna be talking about how you can do some of those things to really improve your mental health during this time and stay motivated. So my first tip for you guys, I have 5 of them that I'm gonna be talking about today, but it's to make a list of tangible, realistic goals for yourself during this time. Like I said, for me, one of them is staying healthy, getting back into a healthy eating routine and workout routine. Another goal I have is making more YouTube videos. Now that I have a little bit more time, I want to get back into making YouTube videos. And also another goal I have is writing. Some other goals that my friends have include learning an instrument. Let's say they have a guitar at home, but they've never really practiced it, but they've always wanted to really learn. They're taking this time to learn that instrument. Other people have cooking goals. Now all of a sudden they're becoming like top chefs and bakers, and they're just making amazing creations, and they're just really, you know, going for it in the kitchen now that they don't have that distraction of ordering out all the time. My roommates have actually made delicious things. One of them just baked bread yesterday. Another one made cookies from scratch. There's cake. There's all these temptations as I'm trying to eat healthy, but it's absolutely amazing. And so whatever your goal is, make a list, write them down on your phone, like on that notes app, whatever it is. If you prefer something handwritten on a post-it by your bed, whatever it is, actually write down a list of your goals. And don't just say, I want to write. Maybe say specifically what you're going to write or how many pages you want to write. And then my second tip for you guys is to make a schedule. Now, you know, I understand we're not all planners, and that is totally okay. For me, I really love to-do lists, and I do like to break it down by the hour of what I plan to do every single day. However, a lot of times it doesn't actually end up going to plan, but a lot of times I start my day like that, and then that helps me get up in the morning and gives me something that I know I need to do, which really, really helps. Now, I'm not saying you need to do that. You do not need to break it down by the hour what you're going to be doing. All I'm saying is that basically you need to plan so that way every single day that you have, you are at least accomplishing one of your goals or you're working towards one of your goals. Do not have an entire day go by where all you're doing is playing video games and the next thing you know, you look out the window and it's dark outside and you haven't spoken to anyone. I work in the entertainment industry, you know, like I understand watching television and watching movies. Like, to me, that is very important. That's something I need to do. And entertainment is a great thing to have during this time. And you should be totally catching up on a show that maybe you haven't had that much time to do. For me, I'm starting to watch Game of Thrones and I have not ever watched Game of Thrones, and now I'm in season 2 and I'm getting really excited about it, and now I have no one to talk to about it. So it's totally okay if you're watching some TV, but as long as you're also working on your goals, that's totally fine. Let's find a balance so that way you're not just getting into this slump of not being productive. And then my third tip for you guys is to socialize, whether that's, you know, FaceTiming with a friend, calling a family member on the phone, doing like a Zoom video conference, you know, even just texting. Make sure you do that every single day. Whether you're an introvert or extrovert, we are humans and we are social creatures and we need that kind of human interaction no matter what way it is. If you have roommates, great. If you live with family members, great. Talk to them. Take this time to spend some time with them, because just talking to someone will wake you up a little bit more and make you feel happier. And if your friend is also working on something during this time, hearing about what they're doing to accomplish that goal, what are they cooking in the kitchen, that will then motivate you to then work on your goals. So socializing, really important. And then if you can, doing it over FaceTime or something that's like where you can see the person is really great, because then it motivates you to get dressed, hopefully. And that is my fourth tip. Get dressed every single day. Do not stay in the same pajama pants or sweats that you slept in. Every single day, get dressed. And it doesn't need to be like you need to get all dressed up. You don't need to put makeup on every day. All I'm saying is that if you slept in sweats, change out of sweats and wear some leggings. The act of you getting up out of bed, getting dressed, tells your brain that it's the start of a new day. And for me, I know just getting dressed instantly makes me feel a little bit more awake, makes me want to get started on the day. So it does not need to be super fancy. You can stay in comfortable clothes, but you should just not be living in the same clothes for like 3 days straight. And then finally, my fifth tip for you guys is to stay positive and let's just play it day by day. I know a lot of people that are constantly talking about what's going on. They're constantly watching the news. They're constantly on social media. It's all they ever talk about. And frankly, if that is what you're thinking about 24/7 is, when is this going to be over? Oh, I heard that it was going to go until August or something like that. For me, at least, thinking in that way, it makes me not as productive now. If I think that it's going to be many months until I see some of my friends, I'm going to feel sad. Now, some people could say, well, we're just being realistic. And it's not that I don't understand what's going on, but it's that I am choosing to remain positive in this time, because I think when terrible things happen to you, you have two choices. You can constantly just think about what just happened and what's going to happen and just talk about it all the time and have it be all of your energy going towards that. Or the second thing that you could do is take advantage of this time that you have. Take advantage of a bad situation that you're in. Let it light a fire underneath you to improve something about yourself. What you need to do is just understand the situation, how to be safe, and then just move on with your life. For me, I always look at disasters as a way that really brings people together, and I choose to focus on the good. For example, during my freshman year of college, Hurricane Sandy hit. Of course, there was a lot of damage and destruction, and people had to be evacuated from their homes, and there were just limited places where you could go. But during that time, I became really close with the people on my floor and my dorm, and then I got to know a guy who became my boyfriend for the rest of college, and we got to know each other during that time. It was a time to take a break from school and just focus on relationships, and a lot of great things happened out of that. And so yeah, Hurricane Sandy was terrible, but I chose to use that time to build my relationships with people, and a lot of good came out of it too. And just because you're thinking positive does not mean that you're being unrealistic. What it means is that you understand what's happening, but you're choosing to focus on the good. And as a result, your mind is going to be healthier, you are going to be happier, and you're going to be more productive. So I know a lot of people are laid off during this time, even if it's just temporary, and they're worried about money and all of those things. And I know that's really scary, and it can take up a lot of your time and energy if you are just constantly thinking about that. And of course, a lot of stuff is out of your control. So what do? We find something that is in our control. For me, it's running, and that has always been something that I go to when I'm feeling down, when I feel like my life is out of control. Basically, it's so easy to just sleep in and just scroll through your phone as soon as you wake up and not really use this time wisely. And when you're looking at social media, it seems like everyone's just doing the same. We're all just sitting here waiting for this year to be over. Oh, 2020 is just a total dud, it's lost. But that's not necessarily the case. You can actually accomplish great things during this time. This could be the year that you write a novel. Like, that would be quite an accomplishment if you were able to write like a first draft of a novel during this time. Or this might be the year that you write a screenplay, start a YouTube channel. Maybe this is the year you become TikTok famous. Whatever it is, this can be a great opportunity for you to make something and work on something and have it actually be quite positive. So anyway, you guys get the idea. Let's keep each other motivated. I want to hear what your goals are. Please let me know in the comments down below. If you are not already subscribed, subscribe, join the family, give this video a like if you liked it. I really enjoyed making it for you guys. Already doing this, I feel so much more awake than I did when I was just lying in my bed about an hour ago. And so I know just you guys getting out of bed, getting dressed, doing something, you will suddenly feel more awake. That first step is always the hardest, but you're already doing a great job because you've made it here to the end of this video already. So I wish you guys the best. Again, I want to hear your goals, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye guys.